Welcome back to Nevada Realtors Today, your place for timely updates on the news and trends that matter to realtors in the Silver State. If you want to know exactly what changes are coming and how to prepare, so you can deliver amazing service to clients and navigate your real estate career with ease, this podcast is for you.
Do you feel like the realtors that you've worked with, the real estate professionals in Arizona, that you've actually helped them build their brand, it's actually they're seeing the growth? And tell us what that looks like. So how important is it to brand yourself, put yourself out there, have your image, not a picture from 25 years ago, but actually have something current, crisp, fresh, and any success stories that you know of?
I will say people don't want to feel like they're getting catfished, right? So I hear that all the time. They're like, I'm using a headshot from 25 years ago. And just afraid, I feel like there's this dare to be great thing, which a lot of people have not only in real estate, but in every career, right? So when you invest in yourself and you invest in, rebranding yourself, you're kind of like, oh, should I, take this next step in my business? But everybody that I know or everybody, again, this goes across the board for anything. Like if I invest in my website to be redone, I'm going to see more results, right? So same thing with branding photography. It's a expense for your business. Do it, And then I always, like I said, people have told me that they've sold houses or more houses that year that that month they ended up exceeding it because they had a billboard. Or I have a lawyer client. She said because of the shots she's put on the bus, is it the shots or is it the bus ad, right? But whether or not whatever is going, it's leading and tracking to more leads. So, yeah.
I think you made a perfect point when you said if you're expecting somebody to sell a high-end or a luxury home and you need to show up as, I'm going to be able to represent your interests the best way possible.
Yeah, again, why would you want somebody that is looks cheap to sell something expensive? And that's just me being totally honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, and it's true. And I think it's crazy how many agents use old headshots, and I don't know how, even as a broker, you can get it through their head that they need to update that. It's just, I just don't get it.
Well, headshots is one thing too, but where I'm really my new niches too is actually rebranding somebody completely. So it's not only are you getting a headshot that's going to go on your business card and be on flyers for the house or the little thing out in front of the house. We're going to Instagram is how I get most of my business. I've never advertised in my life. And word of mouth and Instagram is really key. So I think by, with Tiffany, we just did a shoot and I'm like, hey, you can get 3 magazine articles out of this and content for 6 months out of one shoot that you did. And how much is that investment going to actually pay off? Because, even for me, so people will look at my Instagram first, then they go to my website, but that Instagram is really what pulls you in. So it's if your Instagram doesn't look well and you don't have good videos and photos, you might actually be losing more clients than even just your headshot being, or your business card looking good. So it's way more than headshots, I think, these days.
And do they usually know what brand they're going for? Do you help guide them and walk them through that?
So that's where my bigger packages, the ones that are more hey, again, you got what you pay for, right? But that's where I'm really doing a deep dive with you and saying hey, what do you want to accomplish? What do you want to do? And how can we achieve that?
Absolutely.
Yeah, and mood boards are important too. If you want to just go on Pinterest or go on other people's Instagrams, not saying you have to copy people, but just know what you're trying to achieve before you go into a photo shoot, because otherwise it's a waste of your time.
Yeah.
It's interesting you talk about the whole branding shoot. I hired an Instagram coach a while back, and I didn't really listen to her much. But one of the things, because I just have a tough time with posting on there. But one of the exercises that we did, she did hire a photographer like yourself to come in and actually do all kinds of shoots. And when you're talking about it, I'm remembering, and it was actually one of the funner days of my life, actually going to do that, even though I dreaded going into it.
Well, I think, yeah, the thing about it too is you're a photographer, and that's the thing is you don't always have to it's not I'm saying hire me. There's so many amazing photographers out there that should make you feel and again, from my personal approach, right? I'm yes, I do celebrity photography, but I want to make you feel like the star you are. You should feel hey, I'm a baddie. I'm on my set right now. I'm an all-star. I'm a rock star. That confidence should be what that day is about. And it should be a super fun experience, because at the end of the day, we're not curing cancer. We're taking photos, and it should be a super fun experience.
Yeah, well, I'm saying hire you because I think you're amazing.
Yeah.
So So let me ask you, working with the clients like the Kardashians and on shows like America's Top Model must come with unique challenges. Can you share a memorable experience from one of these projects?
Yeah, I mean, America's Next Top Model was, I mean, it's reality TV, right? So like, there's certain rules. Like, I wasn't allowed to talk to the contestants, which was really like, I felt like such a big disconnect, you know? Because I'm such a like, I want to connect with you beforehand. And then even I shot the episode with RuPaul's Drag Queens, and I'm 5'6", so all these models were in their heels, and then the drag queens were in their heels. So just even that, like if you see the episode, I'm like standing on like a box and I just look like this tiny little thing. So just fun stuff like that. But then again, at the same time, I wasn't allowed to connect with them as much. So that was really hard. And then there's been amazing experiences like I did Tan France for Paper Magazine, who's from that show Queer Eye. And he was incredible. It was before season 2 came out. The show hadn't really blown up. And I just got to like eat pizza with Tan France and like we got to connect. And it's a shoot I actually did for free. Paper Magazine was like, we don't have a budget for this, like, but if you want to do it, here's an opportunity. And I jump at everything. I'm always a yes person. And it's like if I had $1 for like every free shoot I did, I'd be, I'd have a lot of money. But I'm always the person that jumps at opportunities, so something like that. But then later down the line, he asked me to make one of those photos, a book cover for him in England.
Wow.
So, and then I ended up getting paid for that. So it's like there's all these cool experiences that you had just by connecting and making it a really great experience for him.
Can you tell us about your FaceTime photo shoots that you were doing during COVID? Because I've seen some of those photos and I could swear those are not FaceTime photos. But like, how did you come up with that? And how did you, like, that's so creative.
It's if you told me before the pandemic that I'd have a whole sect of my business that was like through FaceTime, I would have never believed you. But yeah, I was just trying to stay creative during the pandemic, which again, it's like if you just are like open to things, you never know what can happen. But yeah, I basically figured out how to remotely control somebody's camera. So it's crazy. I've done them for like Sephora. I'm a voter. Like, yeah, the entire companies. I just did them for like all the top
Wow.
plastic surgeons in the country. So like I worked with the doctors from Botched. Like it's nuts. I can't even believe the reach it's had. But yeah, I basically virtually control someone's phone. And then I have them like use the back of their camera and I coach them through the whole thing. I set them up with their lighting and then I edit them. And yeah, it's like, you know,
I can't believe that. So you just did. So even though it's not the pandemic anymore, you're still doing these.
I've done over 3,000 of them.
Wow.
It's honestly insane. And then now like I do video too where I like have them set up their phone, then I'll jump on like a Google Meet and then I like coach them through. They like show me what the video looks like and then we transfer me the video and I edit it. It's like it's so insane.
That's awesome. See, Brandon, you don't even have to go to your leave your house and you could have a whole new photo sesh.
That sounds good to me.
Yeah, it's really cool. Yeah, again, it started as like basically someone saw I was doing that on Instagram and then they're like, can we hire you for like a 30-person project? That turned into 400 people. And then those 400 people were all like a board for a company and then they work for other companies and it spread like wildfire.
That's incredible. So, just a last couple of questions for you. How can real estate agents use photography to tell a compelling story about their properties and set themselves apart from competitors?
I think you have to know who you are first of all and know your story. Like you can't translate something unless you like actually take the time to do deep work, right? So
Mhm.
that's number one. But then yeah, like really understanding like, Tiffany, I feel like your style is so great, right? Like you've always got the sneakers and the blazer and like you know what you're trying to like kind of put out there in
Yeah.
in that sense. So I think yeah, like as long as you've got a little bit of sense of that, you're open to coaching and then we can take your brand and really just like I said, elevate it. That's like my whole motto is just elevating who you are. And
Mm.
again, let's make you some money. So that's my goals. I'm like, hey, you should get triple your investment back on your investment with me.
Our next question, our final question is, how do you help real estate professionals identify and incorporate their personal style into their branding? So if they come to you and they say, okay, like somebody like me, I know I like my blazers, I like my sneakers, but like, what story am I telling? Will you help them, like guide them on getting to where they need to be so that you can capture it?
So to me, even just like if I didn't know you at all and I heard sneakers and blazer, I'd
Mhm.
say, and then I saw like I'd be like, okay, so you're super chic. You also want to be fun and approachable. You also have like a classic style that's, you know what I mean? So like how can we incorporate all those things? Do you also want close-ups of your shoes? Do you want like back of the, you know what I mean? Like do you want full body shots that show that? Like how can we really like what's going to help you sell homes and make you feel your most authentic self?
Hmm, I love that. Brandon, see why you keep Katie around? She's a total hype girl. I mean, I didn't even want to step in front of the camera, and she's like, just let me just take a few pictures. And then now I'm addicted to her, like, I'm like, if I need to feel good, just make me feel beautiful. And you are so great at that. And also bringing out style that maybe I didn't even know that I had.
Yeah, I think on the last shoot, I have this classic, it's called By the Namesake. It's like a leather coat that I just like everybody looks good in. And I'm always like, I'm just like, just throw on this leather coat and like put some water in your hair and just like have fun, and like whatever it is. And it's funny how that, yeah, like it's funny how it can transform somebody just with like a little bit of maybe something they wouldn't have thought of.